Hi, I'm Sam with Green Fiber. Now we're going to show you how to properly dense pack a wall cavity. Dense packing cellulose can be done in 3 easy steps. Make sure you have the right tools and equipment. It can be done with fiber moving piece of machinery. You have to have the netting and make sure the netting is applied properly. You need to make sure you have the right stapler, either a pneumatic stapler or a mechanical swing stapler. First thing we need to do is make sure we foam and seal our air penetration. Now it's time to apply the netting. Measure it, cut it, apply it with a pneumatic stapler. Make sure that your netting, when installing it, is pulled taut. It's very important at the onset that you have tight netting to staple again. The netting's installed. The most critical part now is to make sure we properly inset or lip staple. This is important for a couple of reasons. We want to achieve the proper density, so we have to completely pack these cavities. Now what happens when we completely pack them, they tend to go past the studs, making it harder for the other trades or the drywallers, to properly get that substrate and point of contact against our insulation. So what we have found is if we inset staple and we pack that cavity, we can get not only our density, but we can keep that between the studs and make it easier for the drywaller to install. Now we're going to set up our machine. This particular model has a handy little feature. Right here, it's a pressure regulator. When we turn on our machine, we set our material settings. We're going to take the end of the hose and we're going to cup the end of it. It'll back pressure to this gauge, and it's marked for 3.5 density. We can go a little bit higher, but this is a really nifty gauge to allow us to do that. If you do not have a machine like that, it's going to be by feel, by experience, and by knowledgeability of that equipment. Okay, let's talk hose configurations. We today are going to use a 3-inch hose, but for about 75% of our run, down to a 2.5-inch whip that makes it easy and maintainable inside the cavity. Feel free to use up to a 3-inch hose in the cavity. Do not recommend a 4-inch hose for this application. Now it's time to make our incisions. We're going to go approximately 75% of the way up in the cavity. The reason being is we want to make sure we get most of our hose to the bottom of that cavity. Let the hose work itself back with the pressure. Make sure we're fully packing that cavity. And when we get to the top, instead of having half of the cavity to do on one side and that gravity of the cavity falling down, we'll just have this little bit at the top that we're going to maximize our pressure with.